Hello Guy. And an iPad 12.9 are here, and will be available next week. Apple has launched two new iPad Pro models, building on the iPad Pro 11 and iPad Pro 12.9 that launched 2018 but adding in a more powerful, more functional and more expensive keyboard. The ProMotion 120Hz display hasn't changed in a year and a half, but the internals are faster and the camera should support more advanced augmented reality functions down the line. These are the top-end tablets that Apple offer to the market, so while you'll be paying a lot for one of these, we fully expect them to be some of the best tablets money can buy. Some observers speculated that Apple might announce the iPhone 9 alongside its new iPads, but that never came to fruition. Instead, the company unveiled its new MacBook Air laptop alongside the new iPads, at a startlingly similar $999 price point. But you're here to see about the new iPads, and we've put together everything we know so far about the iPad Pro 11 and iPad Pro 12.9 for 2020. The new iPad Pro models were announced on March 18th, and you're able to order them from today on Apple's online store. Apple has closed its physical stores for the foreseeable future owing to the COVID-19 outbreak. The actual iPad Pro 2020 release date is March 24th, according to Apple, although the online store says that first delivery date is March 25th in the US. You may have to wait an extra day to play with your brand new iPad. How much will the new iPad Pro 2020 cost? It really depends on whether you go for the 11-inch version or opt for the 12.9-inch model, and which storage size you go with. As in 2018, there are two models of the 2020 iPad Pro. You have the choice of one with an 11-inch display, or one with 12.9-inch. It comes with 120Hz refresh rate, which brings a quick refreshing display that makes gaming and scrolling through your social media feeds look smoother than on standard 90Hz screens that you'll find on cheaper devices. If you opt for the smaller display, you'll get a resolution of 2388 by 1668. The larger model has 2732 by 2048, and both offer 264 pixels per inch. Both tablets are available in either silver or space gray. The bottom edge of the tablet comes with a USB-C port, but there's no 3.5mm headphone jack here for wired headsets. That's something Apple dropped on the iPad Pro 2018, and it hasn't made a return for this model. iPadOS 13.4 will be up and running on the new iPads if you buy them on day one. You can expect software updates from Apple over the next couple of years too. Previously, iPad products have used iOS software, but last year the company spun out the software on its tablets to its own name. It works much the same, but there are a few improvements that are meant to help productivity. iPadOS 13.4 specifically brings trackpad-like support to the operating system for the first time. Apple says, the cursor highlights user interface elements, text fields and apps on the home screen and dock, giving a clear indication of what users can click on. Fluid gestures on the trackpad make it easy to switch between apps, access the app switcher and activate the dock, control center and apps and slide over. The camera is where Apple seems to have mostly improved its new iPad. That isn't a big focus for many people, but this is aimed at those who want to experience augmented reality experiences on their iPad. For the first time, Apple has included two rear cameras on the iPad Pro. One is a 12MP f/1.8 wide camera while the other is a 10MP f/2.4 aperture. There is also a new feature called a LiDAR scanner that is designed for depth sensing capabilities. That should improve portrait photography on your iPad, but it's mostly set to be used to improve augmented reality apps. The scanner is capable of measuring the distance of items up to 5 meters away. The cameras are able to film in 4K too, so you can film your footage and edit it directly on the iPad. If that's your intention, the new iPad comes with 5 microphones in an attempt to pick up cleaner audio than on previous products. The microphones are still the same in number as 2018, but are higher quality. We'll test them out when our review appears to see if they allow for things like podcasting with no extra mic. Apple's new A12Z Bionic chip is inside the tablet, and while we've yet to be able to test it, Apple's claims on paper seem strong. The company says this chip is designed for demanding tasks like editing 4K video or designing 3D models. Apple also claims the iPad Pro is now more powerful than most Windows PC laptops. We've yet to see the evidence to back up that claim, but we'll ask Apple where it has got its details from. There are lots of storage options for the iPad Pro 2020, and both models have the same amount of variance. The lowest is 128GB, Then if you need more, there are 3 additional options: 256GB, 512GB and 1TB. As ever, Apple doesn't offer the option for adding a microSD card, and so whatever storage you buy you'll be stuck with. You have the choice of a Wi-Fi only model, or a cellular version. Note that this is just a 4G version, and Apple's new tablet won't be able to connect to emerging 5G networks like the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 5G can. Maybe that's being saved for the iPad Pro 2021. Apple hasn't shared with us the exact battery capacity specs, but it claims Almaty Original that won't be compatible with this product as it charges via Lightning, and the new iPads have USB-C connectors. There is a new keyboard attachment from Apple that the company is calling the Magic Keyboard. It has a specific hinge that hasn't been included on previous accessories, allowing for adjusted viewing angles up to 130 degrees, and has its own USB-C port to allow you to charge the iPad and keep the other port open for accessories too. The keys are backlit for the Ford, and the company calls it protective too. We assume that means it will protect the display when folded up in your bag. LS will be able to last up to 10 hours of watching video or internet browsing over Wi-Fi. That claim drops to 9 hours if you're using a cellular network. As you'd expect, the 2nd Gen Apple Pencil will work with the new iPad. If you own the original, that won't be compatible with this product as it charges via Lightning, and the new iPads have USB-C connectors. There is a new keyboard attachment from Apple that the company is calling the Magic Keyboard. It has a specific hinge that hasn't been included on previous accessories, allowing for adjusted viewing angles up to 130 degrees, and has its own USB-C port to allow you to charge the iPad and keep the other port open for accessories too. The keys are backlit for the first time on an iPad keyboard, and the company calls it protective too. We assume that means it will protect the display when folded up in your bag. Thanks for watching, guys. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. And if you have any questions related to the products we listed here, leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.